A woman infamously accused and later acquitted of murdering her daughter, Caylee Anthony, she now steps in front of the camera to address lingering questions more than a decade after her not guilty verdict. Caylee Anthony was just 2 years old when she vanished from her Florida home in 2008. The mystery surrounding her disappearance and subsequent death would send shockwaves through the nation, sparking a media frenzy and igniting a firestorm of speculation about her mother, Caylee Anthony. In July 2011, Caylee Anthony was acquitted of first-degree murder charges in a trial that left the country divided and stunned. One of the most pressing questions that has haunted this case is why it took a month for Casey to report Caylee's disappearance. In the eyes of many, this delay seemed inexplicable and raised suspicions. In her three-part limited series, Casey finally addresses this critical issue, shedding light on the circumstances that led to the delay. Caylee Anthony recalls the last day she saw her daughter, Caylee. She paints a heart-wrenching picture of herself falling asleep with the 2-year-old child in her arms, only to be awakened by her father, George Anthony, later holding the lifeless child. In the series, she describes Caylee as soaking wet, and she remembers her father handing the child over to her while blaming her for what had happened. However, what perplexed many was George Anthony's failure to call 911 or attempt to resuscitate Caylee immediately. For 31 days, the world was left wondering about Caylee's fate while Casey stayed with her boyfriend. This revelation significantly departs from Caylee Anthony's defense during her 2011 trial. At that time, her legal team argued that Caylee had drowned in the family pool, and George Anthony had helped dispose of the body to cover up the accident. George Anthony vehemently denied these allegations during his testimony, and Caylee Anthony now admits to lying about various circumstances to the police. She attributes these lies to the turmoil within her fractured family life and the alleged sexual abuse she claims to have endured at the hands of her father for years. The documentary explores the case of Caylee Anthony, a woman accused of abuse and murder. Despite George Anthony's denial, the documentary sheds light on her perspective, providing a deeper understanding of the complexities surrounding the case. Caylee was convicted of lying to the police, a charge she served time for. The case remains a subject of intense scrutiny, reminding viewers that the legal system plays a crucial role in pursuing justice. Caylee Anthony's name remains linked to her daughter's tragic death. As the documentary unfolds, it forces us to confront uncomfortable truths, question our assumptions, and grapple with the enduring mysteries of this complex and tragic case. In conclusion, the Caylee Anthony case continues to be a source of fascination and debate, with each revelation adding a new layer of complexity to the story. As Caylee Anthony steps in front of the camera to share her perspective, we are reminded that even the most notorious cases can defy easy explanations and challenge our understanding of justice and human nature. The legacy of Caylee Anthony endures, and the questions surrounding her death remain as haunting as ever. The Caylee Anthony case serves as a stark reminder of the complexities inherent in the criminal justice system. While the legal proceedings led to Caylee's acquittal, the court of public opinion remained sharply divided. Some saw her as a heartless murderer who had escaped justice, while others believed in her innocence and argued that the evidence did not support a murder conviction. The trial focused on the delay in reporting Caylee's disappearance, with many questioning the mother's decision. In the documentary, Casey describes her shock and confusion upon discovering Caylee's lifeless body and her father's failure to call 911 or resuscitate her. However, it's crucial to note that this narrative contradicts the defense's argument during the trial. In 2011, Casey's defense team had contended that Caylee had accidentally drowned in the family's swimming pool, and George Anthony had subsequently disposed of the body to cover up the accident. This stark shift in Casey's narrative raises new questions about the credibility of her claims and adds another layer of complexity to an already convoluted case. George Anthony's vehement denial of these allegations, both during the trial and in subsequent interviews, has further deepened the rift within the Anthony family. He has maintained that he was not involved in Caylee's death and has expressed immense grief over the loss of his granddaughter. The documentary's release has reignited public interest in the case, prompting many to revisit the evidence and testimony presented during the trial. Some argue that the passage of time may have caused memories to fade or emotions to cloud judgment, potentially leading to conflicting accounts of the events surrounding Caylee's death. The legal consequences that Caylee Anthony faced following her acquittal have also been a point of contention. She was convicted of several charges related to providing false information to law enforcement officers during the investigation. Critics argue that these convictions were a form of accountability for her actions during the case, while others view them as a form of punishment for her perceived role in Caylee's death. The enduring mystery of Caylee Anthony's death continues to captivate the public's imagination. It is a tragic reminder of the vulnerability of children and the complexities of family dynamics. While some may find solace in the legal process that unfolded, others remain haunted by the unanswered questions and the specter of a life cut tragically short. As Caylee Anthony's limited series unfolds and provides her perspective on the events that transpired, it is incumbent upon viewers to approach the narrative with critical thinking and a recognition of a broader context. The documentary reminds us that in high-profile cases like this, it is not only the legal system that is on trial, but also the court of public opinion. The profound impact of this case on the lives of those involved serves as a cautionary tale and a testament to the enduring power of storytelling in the realm of true crime.